did an entire fighting game combo with impact frames into the ultimate technique, and he had to turn away from the explosion with the victory screen.
You win. Perfect.
Super Sentai is on a whole other level. Now I know I haven't covered shows like this in a little while, so
let me not waste any more of your time. Let's get it.
Well, the show instantly starts with the squad blowing up. They wasted no time diving into the plot, and they were about to get packed up. But Number One got straight to aura farming, put down his friend and posed. He knew exactly where the camera was and everything. It's wild. Then they powered him up, and he blasted the ops. And oh my days, bro. All your friends are dead and this is what you're doing? But he turned into the Tiger Sword and waited for someone to come and save the world. So we get to our MC, Tohno, who's doing... Hold on. I just want to say a massive trigger warning to those who are offended or have a phobia of employment. Because my boy is really working at the convenience store, chilling. And all of a sudden, the store starts getting robbed. Bro, this old man with his butter knife had the whole store shook. If you don't jump him right now, but he could not resist the hot, steaming glizzy.
Pause.
He threw it in the air and Tohno dived for it. He really thinks he's Noya, but now I have to ask the question, why does my boy already have superpowers? He hasn't even seen the giants yet. He just built like that. But he starts pressing Shinpachi over here. So you know he had to back his mash. And he's really pressed that bro through the glizzy, throwing up his set. And really let the glizzy juices burst in bro's face. Bit bro for no reason, then booted him out the way. And look how he folded my boy. Both feet up is insane to me. But guess what? After saving the store, bro got fired. And why are these bums are green in the back? He saved you! And Shinpachi had to fall down for some reason. Bro, characters like this are either goated or jarring as hell. There's no in between. But the Giants are really calling out to Big Bro. It's a shame he's deaf. Signed out another job application. I nearly threw up just looking at it. But bro steps into an alley and we realize he's just been running guys' fades. Nah, like, what happened to you? Guys would be looking at this, talking about he didn't even hit me. And he really had them shook. But they knew where his little family was, so he had to get jumped. But Sutsumi came to help. Oh, by the way, Shinpachi's real name is Sutsumi. I'm just a hater. But we could not be a Power Rangers type show without the campy villains, bro. Why is this army just a bunch of bells? Like, what's actually happening on my screen right now? Bro's beefing with Fire Candle and Lady Bouquet. Oh. You know these boys are fodder, let me not lie to you. And they're trying to get the rings for power. And Fire Candle pulls up. But these two are chilling. And all of a sudden, Sutsumi starts telling everyone his life story. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought Lil Bro was about to die, just started yapping out of nowhere, but hey, we move. Just for Fire Candle to pull up weak as hell. They could have easily made this portal larger. Bro had to come out the portal horizontally, just looked mad goofy, but villains have to chill. He's here to steal the rings, which aren't even here, so why did he just start burning down buildings and killing people? But look how the bells were moving. Popped out and really started putting hands on everyone. Their hands were rated E, anyone could get it. But I told you, guys that act like Sutsumi are either good or bums. There's no in between. Because bro had a ring this whole time. And the transformation dance is generally hard as hell. And oh nah. And all of a sudden, he wants to get active. Jumped over and cut him down. And really was 3v1ing these bums. He really hit the Uchiha kick and spun out of it. He's nice. They started trying to shoot him, so he blocked up. Then used the cape, grabbing one and blew him up. Oh, I didn't know it was that deep. Then he took out 3. Lobro was feeling brave, got cut down. And for some reason, all these boys got ultimate moves. Bro hit him with the King Ogre finish. But he got Tohno all excited. He thought he was him. Tried to run up on a giant robot. Like, what are you doing right now? He got cooked so horribly, they had to go ahead and give him his power up at the exact moment. Sent bro to the other world to get his aura back. And he landed right in front of the giants. Started getting war flashbacks and everything. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the bells are kinda funny, bro. He took the ring thinking he was about to become number 1 and got his soul snatched. And they all started blaming Tohno because their tail was a little bit slow. And Lady Bouquet is out here introducing herself whilst their enemy has the ring of power. But she thought she could convince bro to give it back to them, just for the giants to start snitching. Aren't they all dead? Where did they get ultra 4K footage of current events? So he had to slap the ring on, just to end up in front of the Tiger Sword, asking bro what his wish is so he can grant him one, which is in the contract they have. And we cut to one of the wildest flashbacks ever, bro. His mom is running from someone and tells him to never have dreams or feelings, and then just disappear. This is the definition of childhood trauma. How does one even overcome this? So he told bro to go and be number 1, and he will eventually find his dreams. So we know he had to. And this is when the show starts getting wild, let me not lie to you. Off rip, he starts howling and summons this massive hand and wasted no time trying to start beef. Fire Candle wants to be number one, so him and Tohno have to throw down for it, and he calls on Sword Red. And him and Fire Candle post up in a boxing ring with an entire band of people hyping them up, and they have intros with a fight screen. This is not Street Fighter, but anyone who inherits the Sword just automatically is an aura from it, bro. How many people do you think he killed for some aura, bro? But you know they had to start boxing. They started clashing swords, so he hit bro with a spinning back kick, had him leaning, but Tohno started getting active. Big slash, kicked him, big blocks, they whipped out a new technique, palmed him, so he tried to light him up, but he leapt over that easily. And when you see this, just don't ask any questions, bro. He turned into a massive hand and started chopping him, sent him into a whole building. And I told you they had ultimates, bro. Tego started spinning out of nowhere and stabbed clean through little bro and had to stunt, but people were out there still getting cooked, so he had to go into his base form and became the Gozyu Wolf. And he just started getting active. Dashed in, fat roll like it was Dark Souls, sent little bro flying, blocked, used him to kick the others, then tossed him out the way, and then had the audacity to send Kozlo flying, sidekick, sweeped him, and cooked bro in the back. But Gold Bell was not gonna let this slide and tried to trap him in a massive bell. I mean, I guess, bro, that's something. And Tohno just starts running through the bell and breaks out and had to pop the secret move. Bro did an entire fighting game combo with impact frames into the ultimate technique, and he had to turn away from the explosion with the victory screen.
You win. Perfect.
But he triggered all the other holders of the ring and he decided to pull up. But this low-key made me mad, bro. He gave Sutsumi back his yen and he preed the ring, and we all know when you start winning, guys have to start hating, and tried to take Tohno out because he got the ring. And this is when I clocked, this is not Power Rangers, bro. The people with rings don't work together. They need to collect all the rings to get their wish granted, which is why they started boxing. But someone shot at Sutsumi, telling him to squash the beef, and they got rings too. And bro just casually walked away like he wasn't just trying to put hands on my boy. What's up with him? But Tohno is still broke as hell. I hate talking about being number one. Go get a job, buddy. And he really behind on Ren. But you know the ops are always plotting. And I didn't know Fire Candle and the Golden Bell, aka Cassius, were really locked in like this. And Cassius is trying to get his get back after episode 1. And I don't know when we got some new villains, bro. Mrs. Sweetcake and Mr. Shining Knife? Who made this up? They just be naming them anything, bro, I swear. And another enemy pulled up. Just snatched away the caretaker, bringing out the number 1 treasure hunter. And villains in this show waste no time. He just spawned in and destroyed an entire building. They all just need to chill. Actually, everyone in the show needs to chill. Because why did bro just pull up with an entire piano? And just got straight to glazing the Sword. He don't even know you, little bro. And who the hell is this? He put up with an entire stage. No one knows you either. And he starts pressing the treasure hunter. So he calls for backup, bringing out the bells. Small boys had to go ahead and transform. And I'ma be honest, they're tough as hell. They just automatically got straight to boxing. Then really called a switch mid-fight. And Tyranno just started cooking. Block, excuse me, toss bro. Then popped ult, sent him flying and cut them down. And they really had Lobra at gunpoint. However, he is the number 1 treasure hunter, so Tohno had to challenge him to a battle to claim his title, and he dips out. But these two are Ryugi and Byakuya, and they join in on the treasure hunt. But Ryugi literally prays to the Sword, so when he caught Tohno using it to dig up soil, he started geeking. And he's trolling, bro. Do not let him flex on you like that. But he actually found gold. But Byakuya is just a straight scammer. Told some of his fans he needed money, and they gave him their prized possession. But this is just too wild. Hear this. He saved the caretaker's son from being robbed, and they were really chilling, eating a meal, and he got an idea for the treasure hunt from this interaction. Bro said forget all that, ran all their pockets, and they had to box. Bro's plan was simply ignorance, and you know he had to go ahead and transform. And he really dragged the number 1 treasure hunter into a fist fight. This has to be S-tier ignorance, bro. It's low-key infectious, and they had to throw down. He starts running low bros once, but they tried to jump him. Blocked 2, but got overwhelmed. He broke out and still had to fight a mech. They're wrong for this. But these two weren't even trying to jump in. But Byakuya is a real one, transformed into Gyozu Leon and had to back his mash, charging in. And Ryugi started praying and becomes the Sword Yellow, which I didn't even know bro could do. I thought it was exclusive for number 1, but we moved because they all start cooking. Smacked little bro twice and boomed him. But Byakuya was getting pinned down, so he showed off a new power as he uses someone else's ability to box. which allows him to bend his bullets. It's tough, and he's way too happy about this. Look how he's just spamming it. But Tohno can finally run the ones, sent Big Bro flying, weave, then jump off the wall clean as hell, but got yeeted. Bro tried to beam him, but he really started moving like Yamcha, blocked it with his howl, then burst out of the fire with the special attack, cooked him differently. And he tried to flex that the villains have thousands of number ones. So Tohno really said, I'm gonna run all their fades. And this final scene was top tier. Shifted little bro and tried to cut him down. The Bells tried to run up on Leon, shot 2 and rolled. Block bro, and look how he did him dirty. Kicked him directly into the path of the giants, and they clashed, destroying the whole building. But Leon is still running the ones. But it really isn't fair when you got a gun, bro. Just shot each and every one of them. But Ryuji had to do something wild. Uppercutted the giant, then hit him with the power driver. But they weren't done. Leon really was tired of the pistol, slapped a switch on his gun, and Taker started charging up something crazy, and they beamed the hell out of both of them. But Tohno had to get his aura back, popped the ultimate again, but this one had variation, slammed him, 2 slashes into the hook with the impact frames. But he wanted him dead though, stabbed clean through lil bro, ripped him open and pulled the caretaker out of him, and let him blow up in the background. And instead of looking after the caretaker who just passed out, he had to hit his victory scream pose. He's wrong for this.
Win.
And she's still pressing him for rent. He really saved your whole life. It's wild. But if you boys like the video, go ahead and like the video, bro. I appreciate you for watching. I'm out.